how can I create a book that I know my readers will like? Now, I can totally understand a question like that. I'd seen it on Quora the other day, and when you are starting off, maybe you've never written a fiction book or a non-fiction book before, it is sometimes like shooting in the dark, and it's only when you actually have a couple of books under your belt that you kind of get a feel of what your audience is interested in, and you can kind of steer your little boat in that direction as you find out. You will find maybe books on particular topics sell a lot more than others. You will find maybe particular books get huge amount of reviews, and there's other ones then where nobody reviews on it, nobody is interested in it, and you will find, as I said, you can kind of alter your little boat depending on what course your kind of customers are marking out for you. They're going to tell you what they are interested in. They are definitely going to tell you what they like and dislike. Now, if you haven't written a book yet and you're trying to get it off to a good start, you're trying to hit the ground running, one of the best places you can probably go to today is go to the Amazon store and then have a look at what is selling in your genre, or what topics are popular at the moment. Again, don't go into a topic that you haven't got a clue on. It has to be something that you have some knowledge on, or a topic that you'd like to know more about. I don't know all that much about weight loss, so for me to go into a dieting kind of topic today and try selling a book on it, I'll probably find out that I don't know much on it, and again, it'll probably show up in the book review. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Write a book on something that you know about. Now, again, if I was going to get into fiction today, for example, I wrote in the mail order bride genre in the romance books years ago, and if I was maybe going to go into something today which was maybe sci-fi romance or something like that, the first thing I would do is I would have a look and see what the books are like in that niche. Have a look at the kind of tropes that show up. So again, if it's science fiction, maybe there is a little kind of a sub niche in that which involves maybe space travel, spaceships and stuff like that arriving on different planets. Maybe you might have another sci-fi one which could be maybe time travel or something like that. So what I would do is have a look and see, even just reading through the book descriptions, read through and see what kind of general storylines that they always come up, and what is in common. What's the one thing that's in common in all those? Are they always spaceships? Is it romance on a spaceship? Is it romance maybe on a kind of some foreign world? Is it kind of human romance, or are we talking about a human being meeting some kind of alien from another world, and is that the kind of romance that's going on? So you will find some of those things are in common in those books. And again, if for non-fiction and fiction, the book reviews are a wonderful place to find out what your audience likes and what they dislike. So sometimes you can learn a lot from the 5-star reviews, or sometimes you can find maybe that they are kind of fanboys who will just buy anything that that author releases. So sometimes it can be helpful, but sometimes, again, as I said, people will just say this book is great, I love this author, and you don't learn anything from that. But maybe if you have a look at the 1-star reviews, because these are the complete haters, again, they can be just people that are just complete haters, and it doesn't matter how good this author is, you will find they will hate on everything they do. So again, have a look at Harry Potter, one of the most popular book series in the world, but again, you'll find people hate it on the other side, because probably detest maybe J.K. Rowling because of her kind of opinions on transgender and all these different things that have absolutely nothing to do with the books. But you will find people are hating on those books because of that. But the 1-star reviews and the 2-star reviews could be really helpful to you, in that you will find out what that audience likes. Maybe they don't like the romance kind of just being on a spaceship. Maybe they'd like it to be more on a planet, or maybe they would be more interested in a kind of, maybe they want maybe a kind of billionaire alien rather than a kind of poor pauper alien on a planet that your hero has fallen in love with. Maybe that's what they're looking for. Maybe they're looking for some kind of royalty on that kind of foreign world. So as I said, non-fiction and fiction, have a look at the 5-star reviews and the 1-star reviews, because those are the kind of two extremes. People who are maybe 2 and 3 and 4 stars, you can get some helpful advice from them, but sometimes they're just kind of middle of the road. Sometimes you need to go with the haters and the lovers to find out on both extremes what that audience is looking for, and then again, grab a pen and paper, take a note of the different things that they would expect in that type of book, and then when it comes to writing your fiction book, about the sci-fi aliens and the world or whatever they're living on, you'll know exactly that this, character that you have in the spaceship has to get off the spaceship as soon as possible, has to fall in love with some alien royalty or some alien that has a huge spaceship, or maybe it is the 40 Shades of Black or whatever you call that one. I can't even remember the name of it now off the top of my head, but maybe it's something like that. But you kind of see the kind of path that your book will need to follow along, and the more you kind of stick to that path, you will probably give your reader the type of book that they are looking for. But again, too, as I said, you're always going to find haters and you're always going to find fanboys. So sometimes, no matter how good your book is, you're always going to find somebody who is going to hate it. So bear that in mind too as well. But it will give you an idea of what your audience is looking for. Again, too, if you're doing non-fiction, have a look and see, is there popular topics coming up again and again? Is maybe all the weight loss books speaking about one kind of particular exercise or one particular diet or something like that? And then you know that if you are writing your book on dieting, maybe you should feature more about that diet or that exercise or whatever in your book, because that is what your audience seems to be interested in. So again, have a look at some of the books, have a look at the table of contents, see, is there topics coming up regularly, see, is there things that everybody is talking about, because if that is what they are talking about, there's probably a good chance that those weight loss authors have studied the marketplace and know exactly what they're looking for. And again, too, even outside Amazon, if you do come across maybe some kind of weight loss product, again, study sales letters, study maybe advertisements, and have a look and see what the copywriters were kind of putting in prominent place on those sales letters and ads, because that could be another thing that audience is looking for, and that copywriter is highlighting those things on the sales letter because they know that is a topic that's going to sell that product to that audience. So that could be another way of finding out what your audience is looking at, is have a look at maybe physical paid products, or maybe whatever, maybe something on Amazon. Again, weight loss, go into maybe have a look at treadmills, have a look at particular things. But if you do find maybe some sales letter where you can actually read through it, you will find some things that people will be highlighting in that sales letter, and that could be something then as well too you could keep focused in your product. So although you can't really 100% guarantee that your book is going to be accepted by everybody, you're going to find the haters no matter what they do. But what you can do is have a look and see where other people are goofing up and making mistakes. So have a look at testimonials, reviews, again, sales letters, all those different things, and find out what that audience is looking for. And then when it comes to creating your product, keep yourself on the good side of all those bad reviews. Whatever they are mentioning, make sure to put them into your topic or your book or whatever, so that you are going to give them more of what they're looking for. But again, as I said, you will only find, after writing for a while, you will find out particular topics are really popular. You will find maybe some particular characters that you have written could maybe explode compared to other characters you have written, so maybe you could go back and write more books about those characters or whatever, or those worlds. But again, as I said, it's only over time that you will find out what's selling and what's not, and then you kind of turn your business in that direction and give that audience more of what they're looking for. So again, I didn't answer that question on Quora. I just thought I'd take it over into this podcast episode and answer it, and hopefully maybe I've helped you out today in some way. But if you'd like me to cover an episode or a question in one of these episodes, send an email to barryjmcdonald@gmail.com, and I'll do my best to see if I can cover it in an upcoming episode. So as always, if you'd like to find this great content, do a search for WriteCome, WriteCome.com, and again, you'll find the content all over the web. But if you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening to this as a podcast, you can subscribe to the podcast, or again, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will send all the next piece of content straight on to you. So as always, have a great day, and thanks for your time. Bye bye.